Hey, how's it going? My name's Nat. Let's see what's making news. Now, you probably haven't heard a lot about COVID lately, but experts say it's making a bit of a comeback. Here's Kale to explain.
Coronavirus lockdowns to continue across Australia as the government... It hasn't taken long for any mention of COVID to feel like a bit of a blast from the past. But we shouldn't forget about it just yet.
We have got a COVID wave happening.
COVID numbers across the country continue to rise.
You might have already started to notice, but we're in our 8th wave of COVID. All states and territories have seen a rise in cases and hospitalisations over the last couple of months. And while we have been getting out and about a lot more, experts say we have mutations to blame for the spike.
Just like we used to hear about things like
Delta variant,
the Kappa strain,
Omicron variant.
The COVID virus has continued to evolve into different strains. And every time that happens, more and more people get infected and, well, we get a wave.
This wave has led to health experts in Queensland calling for masks to come back on public transport and in hospitals, while some hospitals in South Australia have already made them mandatory. Experts say this wave will probably peak around Christmas, but won't be as big as others.
Still, it's important to remember all of the symptoms. And if you are feeling unwell, it's probably best to stay home and keep your distance from others. You wouldn't want to miss Christmas.
New Zealand has crowned its bird of the century, the puteketeke. But the reason why this native bird was boosted to the top of the pecking order has ruffled a few feathers.
ooh, teki. It feels like your tongue is tap dancing.
Last week, American-British talk show host John Oliver hijacked the competition and launched a global campaign for the outside contender, with billboards and this interesting TV appearance.
We are now the official campaign manager for the puteketeke, which is what I am right now.
The campaign saw an unprecedented number of votes fly in for the bird, which frustrated some locals who were backing the iconic Kiwi bird that scored second place. But the competition's organisers say the puteketeke is a deserving winner, and anything that brings awareness to threatened birds is a good thing.
Let's make bird history!
Now it's time for Josh to tell us all about a rewilding program for an animal that's black, white and stripy. Can you guess what it is?
It's not a zebra. Yeah, sorry, I'm actually talking about sharks, zebra sharks. We've got a pretty healthy number of these little guys down under, including here at Sea Life Aquarium in Sydney. But overseas, it's a different story. Zebra sharks actually used to be a pretty common sight in the waters around Raja Ampat, a group of Indonesian islands just north of Australia. But because of widespread fishing during the 1990s and early 2000s, their numbers dropped. Now, spotting one in the area is really rare.
Zebra sharks have become extirpated, or almost extinct.
Enter the STAR Project, which is a world-first program to rewild zebra sharks. That means reintroducing them into their natural environment, then letting nature do its thing. Experts here have been hard at work breeding new zebra sharks. And once they spot an embryo wiggling around inside the zebra shark eggs, they transport them to Indonesia as quickly and as comfortably as possible so they can adjust to local water temperatures and start their new lives in their natural habitat.
Now we're heading to Tasmania, where one woman's trip to work was interrupted by a 600-kilogram semi-aquatic mammal. Say hello to Neil the seal, an elephant seal who flopped 100 metres from the beach to the front yard of Amber's house to hibernate.
I heard a noise outside and I thought that somebody was trying to break into my car. So I looked out the window. I was like, oh, hello.
After making light work of her letterbox, Neil then made himself comfortable beside Amber's car.
I think it's going to go down in the books as the best excuse in history of not to go to work.
After several hours, it looked like Neil had had enough of Amber's house, but she says he's always welcome back. Well, that's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I just need to get past.